Northern Cali born and raised, real shark about that tank. We go hard up in the paint and spin them blocks, they said we can't. Talking all that tough shit, don't end up in a casket. Glock up on my hip, be the only thing that's plastic. Hit him in the belly, guarantee that boy gon' fall. It don't matter who you body, you still a ratchet.
What's cracking with the gente on YouTube, man? Thank you guys for tapping back in, showing love, showing support, all that good stuff. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down under, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit that bell notification and put all for all notifications when I drop videos and all that good stuff in case I ever go live, when I choose to go live. But as you guys can see, man, today's topic is gonna be somewhat controversial, but it's also a question that I have to answer because I don't get it as much anymore. I didn't get it for a while. I got it more in the beginning of the channel. And then I got it again when I started making the where the Norte went wrong. That's when I got the question again a lot, right? So this is a conversation that's had between homies, upstate sureños, maybe in a joking fashion, because the times that I've ever had this conversation was probably as a joke. Only there's, like they say, you know, there's always a little bit of truth to every joke. So let's get into it. The question is, would I have been would I have been a northerner if I was shown more love? And I don't want to say accepted, but that's the word that was used when I was asked this question. If I was accepted. To me, being accepted means I was trying to be accepted. I was not trying to be a northerner. I wasn't even trying to be a gang member. I was a normal ass kid. So yeah, you know, if I was shown more love, would I have been one? Realistically speaking, the short answer would be probably. I'm not going to say yes, because you never know. I could have turned out to be like a straight nerd. I could have been like a astronaut. I could have, you know what I'm saying? The possibilities are endless. And don't take this as every single upstate sureño in Northern California. This is just me speaking on my case, because I know that there's other homies that just grew up in a certain neighborhood that's a sureño stronghold. Therefore, they were a product of their environment, which means that's what they became. For myself, though, I will say, if I was to still gangbang and if I was shown more love, I probably would have been a northerner. And I say that because of this. Geographical location, right? Me being from Northern California, I don't think that's enough. At least not when I was growing up. It just wasn't enough. Let's be completely honest. At that time, I feel like it was more up in the air of what you could have been. You know what I'm saying? As to now, well, I mean, actually, it's kind of the same way nowadays. You kind of have that choice nowadays. Back then, it was just, you know, dealing with the whole everything that I've talked about, everything that I've said about northerners, you know what I'm saying, talking down on paisas and how they would rush me because they thought that I was a southerner, even though I was like a 10-year-old, you know what I'm saying, not even knowing what the hell I was doing. But so yes, you know what I'm saying, and I say that because, okay, so geographical location, I don't mean that again in Northern California. I mean that in the sense where I grew up in three northerner neighborhoods, not just one, right? So just based off of that, if I was a product of my environment, then most likely yes, I was a product goddamn, I can't talk today. I was a product of my environment, just solely based on the fact that I was pushed away from whatever that was when I was a kid. I wasn't trying to be that, but I'm saying I was pushed away in the sense where dudes made me not like them for no reason. I had nothing against dudes. It was just the way the cookie crumbled. So yes, based on location, probably. That's one reason. Another reason being my family. Out of my whole family, from the ones that are here in the U.S., you know, on this side of the border, well, the ones that I'm close to, obviously, there's the ones down south and all that, but I don't really know them too much. Oh, well, at least all of them. But of the ones that I'm close to, they're all Northerners. The only other upstate Sureño in my family is one of my cousins that I grew up with, and another cousin down in the Central Valley in the Kerman area by Madera, 559. Stand up. um, and there was another group of cousins that I have from the Atwater area, but they're not from A-Town. They're from Winton Parque. So in total, it's probably about 5 upstate Sureños in my family, as opposed to my uncles and the cousins and all that were around me that were Northerners. But as I've mentioned in videos before, that side of the family, that I was not close to them back then. I didn't grow up with my Northerner family. They were around. I would see them here and there, very rarely. Like I think I mentioned in a video before, the youngest uncle, the one that probably would have been the one to influence me, only times I'd ever see him was when we'd go visit my grandma, and he was on his way out to go kick it with his boys. You know what I'm saying? He was already going out to his hood, doing his thing. It was almost every time we'd get there, he'd be taking off. And the only conversations I ever had with him as a little kid, where I was, gonna be influenced, was, hey, can I play your PS2? Because, you know what I'm saying, that's all our conversations really were. The older uncle, the OG of the family, I rarely talked to him. Like, rarely. I was actually afraid of him, not because of the gang member thing. It's just he had like this strong, like he had this strong characteristic to him that he just, I don't know, he just kind of, not that he seemed like an asshole or nothing like that, but he had, man, what's that word? I'm trying to think of a word, but whatever, strong energy, whatever it is, what I'm saying, you guys get the picture, I hope. But yeah, so I didn't really talk to him. I was very close to his daughter that was my age growing up. But again, I never talked to him. They never conversated me. They never laced me up. But I don't blame them, because they probably just didn't want me doing things. They weren't trying to raise me into being a gang member. When they started coming around more, when it was already too late. I was already hanging with the homies. I already, what I'm saying, I was already doing things, basically. They came around when I was already like 13. At 13, it's pretty much too late, So, yeah, that's why I say probably. Geographical location, my family, and the one that everybody says, if I was shown more love, if I wasn't pushed away, I can't say that that's a reason, because, I mean, if I was shown more love, I don't think I would have gangbanged. I don't think I would have went that route, because for one, my parents are not gang members at all. They're paisanos, you know what I'm saying? Nothing to do with the life. They know about it because, well, my dad knows about it because of his brothers, them being Northerners, being born here. But never was I taught by my family, my immediate family, my brothers, my parents. I never was taught to steer a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Never was it implanted in me or in any type of way. Everything happened solely based on the fact that I was pushed away without even wanting to be near. Like, I don't know if you guys are catching my drift. I wasn't trying to be a Northerner, but they still pushed me away, in the sense where dudes started picking on me. So I was like, all right, then cool. You guys are gonna pick on me. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it cracking. I'm gonna be aggressive back. And it was what it was. So again, the short answer, probably I would have. But again, that's not the case for everybody. You know what I'm saying? There are homies that it's generational. Whether people believe it or not, in Northern California, it's generational. Where you have family members that are, you know what I'm saying, it could be your dad was from your neighborhood, your uncles are from your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Because I personally have homies that their dads are from their neighborhoods, their uncles are from their neighborhoods. I don't know about grandpas. I'm not gonna lie about that. I don't think I ever known a well, I know of a grandpa, but they were banging sur in LA, and then they migrated up north, and then, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, as far as like upstate Sureños being generational, yes, I've only seen 2 generations, and then obviously the generation now coming up, which is technically three generations, but I'm saying when I was growing up. So yeah, man, I hope I answered your guys' questions. The this is one of those shoulda, coulda, woulda videos, like what ifs. I can't really answer. I can't answer this with certainty because, again, who's to say I would be into gangs at all if I was shown more love? If dudes weren't, you know what I'm saying, being aggressive to people who they had no reason to be aggressive to, I might have been a nerd. I could have been, I could have played soccer. I could have played basketball. I could have played sports. It's endless opportunities that could have happened, so I can't say I would have been one. And I know, that's not the answer people really want because they want to hear like, oh yeah, you would have been a northerner if, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, probably if I was to choose the gang life, if my family was around, if I was showing more love, I guess, that I didn't really care for, then probably. But yeah, man. So that's all I really got to say. I hope I answered that question. You know what I'm saying? Give me more questions, man. I'll answer questions as long as they come in a respectful manner. Because lately, I've been getting a lot more comments and DMs that are well, not a little. They're pretty disrespectful. And I still tend to answer those questions respectfully because, you know what? Sometimes you're just not going to understand me, or as a whole, you're not going to understand people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit here and try to have the argument with you as long as you don't go a little too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I get it. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, come at me kind of crazy, cool. I'll respond to you respectfully. Just don't do a little too much. But yeah, like I said, shoot me more questions through the DMs, through the comments, whatever it is. I'll be answering them through videos as best as I can. If they're short answers, I'll probably make 2 questions in a video, or 3 maybe, whatever the case. So yeah, man, I hope you like this video. Leave a comment down under. Subscribe if you haven't already. As I always say, man, the goal is to make it out the hood and not stay in it. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. And I'm out.